Hi, I'm Mike Glenn, and I'm the author of The Gospel of Yes. Well, let me begin by addressing an obvious question. Do we really need another book about Jesus? Well, the answer is probably no. I mean, after all, we have spent a couple of thousand years trying to find all that's in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and we haven't mined all the treasure that is there yet. Not to mention how much time you can spend in the book of Romans, much less what C.S. Lewis, Martin Luther, John Wesley, John Calvin, and Billy Graham have added to the conversation. So the answer is probably no. We don't need another book about Jesus. Well, that leads to the second question. Why did I write this one? Here's why. I grew up in church. I grew up loving Jesus. I grew up being loved by Jesus. There was never a crisis of faith for me. There was never an issue about that for me. That's just where I lived. But I grew up in a church, like many of you, where I was told every Sunday what not to do. And so we would get together every Sunday and praise God that we hadn't done anything the previous week. But as I began to really study what Jesus said and watch how he lived, I found out that, he's really not against that many things. And the things that he's against are fairly obvious. He is for a lot more than he's against. But for some reason, we don't get that message in church. We get the message that Christianity is more about what you don't do, that it's about being against, that it's about no. But the message of Jesus is good news. That's why all the people came out to him, is that he was bringing them good news. He was bringing them a yes of God's love to them, a yes of a second chance or a third chance or whatever chance they needed. A yes that they were created on purpose for a purpose, that there was a meaning to their existence, that Jesus knew their name. And in that was a yes. Now here's what I have found out. If you know your yes, and if you're living out of the yes, then the no's take care of themselves. You spend a lot more time living for than living against. And let's be honest, you really can't live much of a life when you try to live against. So that's why I wrote the book. I wrote the book because I can't do this with everybody, to sit down face to face and ask them, do you know your yes? Do you know why Jesus created you? Do you know why he put you here in this moment in time? Do you know your yes? Because if you hear the yes from Christ and you say yes back to him, then your life takes on a synergy through his Spirit that you just can't duplicate anywhere else. So that's why I wrote the book. The message of Jesus Christ is about the yes from God to you through him. It's not about the no's. And it's a lot more fun living for than against. So I hope you enjoy the book, and I hope it's an easy one for you to talk to other people about. Thanks for your time.